going on, everybody? Something was speaking in my spirit last night. If you feel like, I don't know, it's weird to me. That I was just thinking the other night. If you're an empath, like if you if you feel like this extra connection to the spirit realm, and that you just tend to, you tend to see a little deeper into it, and it's just like if you've been able to see like stuff like spirits your whole life, even when you were little, and you tried the things of the world, like you tried pot, even like alcohol, different things like that. And it's just like every time you do those things, you start seeing like the Bible talks about lifting the veil. Like you lift the veil, like the things of the world, basically, like people who smoke pot, like I was saying, like drinking, drugs. And it like lifts the veil right off your eyes, basically. And you see on the other side, and you see things that come through. Things start coming through on the other side as well. Even demonic things, like demons and everything. And your eyes are really starting to awaken to those things. But it's just like, you feel that, but like not everyone else feels that. Even in people in your own family, friends, or anything, they're like, I don't know why you see these things. I don't know why you experience these things or anything. In Christianity, obviously, it's not about, oh, I experienced this. It's not about experience. You know, it's about living a whole lot for Jesus. But it's just like seeing things like that and coming in contact with things like on the other side, especially when the veil is lifted off. Like I'm not saying when you just become a born-again believer, the veil's lifted. I'm talking about when you can actually see into the other side, the spiritual world, even the demonic realm, and things start coming through. I mean, for instance, like when I've smoked pot, I've seen things come through, and it's weird because it's not even when like even when I left Jesus and I'd see stuff, for some reason when I would see things come through, these different beings would start blaspheming the Holy Spirit. Like they hated God. They didn't want to have anything to do with Jesus, and they started mocking his name, okay? And this will go to people who don't believe in God, that even when I turned over to witchcraft, for instance, that how come is it that these beings would start blaspheming God, especially when I turned away from God and I didn't want to believe in God anymore? They started blaspheming his name. You know, no one can't ever tell me there's not a God or God doesn't exist. He's not real at all. And so if you are an empath and you've seen these things, and you just tend to you can see deeper into the spirit realm. Like you can see things like the veil for your eyes, basically, especially like you have like extra spiritual sensitivity to the spirit realm, basically. That's just how I view myself, like I have an extra sensitivity to the spirit realm, basically. Like, I see things that work, I see angels, I see demons, I see the good, the bad, the ugly, things that these different forces play at, like how the spirit realm works and everything. And there is a war going on. I don't care what anyone says. Give me one. I'm just driving. Be patient with me. But I don't know how people couldn't see that there's not a war going on in the spirit realm, especially in the times we're living in. It's like my brother Marcus talks about. There is a war going on. But the veil for the empath basically is seeing stuff like this that your other family or friends could never see. They don't know what you're talking about. But you have an extra spiritual sensitivity to the spirit realm and everything else. You see things that others can't or are not seeing, and that they can't see. Because God has put something divine in you. So, I'm still driving. But it is true. God has put something divine in you, you know, that's different from other, especially even other believers. Like I even have other believers that can't see the same stuff. Like you being more, I guess, susceptible to the things of the spirit, basically, and having the extra spiritual sensitivity, I guess, seeing deeper into the spirit realm. Also, I mean, there's a good side. I guess there would be a good side of that, but also you're more susceptible of the, you know, obviously of the things of the enemy and seeing, and not only, I mean, you're susceptible, obviously, more to the enemy and seeing deeper into the enemy's ways, and you see the enemy plotting, obviously, it can be even in your own family, friends, whatever else. But so, I mean, you obviously do see deeper into the spirit realm with things like this. But I've always felt like there was something like strange about me with seeing stuff like that. But like now it's like God has shown me, well, I have I put this in you so you could lead others to show them like, no, this is not right, like you shouldn't do this, like, okay, maybe that wasn't God speaking. Maybe that was something else. That's why I suppose I have the ability to speak in tongues, and I just can see deeper in things, I guess, in the spirit realm. I guess that's one of my, I guess, gifts or calling or something, but seeing different things like that. But I just use that to lead others to Christ. But if anyone else out there, like if you can see things like this, like, and you have these abilities like that, but you're also more susceptible, leave it down in the comments and tell me about any things you've seen, or I guess just went through like this at points in your life. So, God bless.